Your Alabama real estate license is literally the engine of your entire career. Without it, everything grinds to an absolute halt. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to break down exactly how to renew that license smoothly, efficiently, and most importantly, well before any impending deadlines sneak up on you.
Seriously, picture this terrifying scenario. You wake up on October 1st, grab your coffee, check your packed schedule of showings and a closing you've been working on for weeks, only to realize you are completely, legally unable to practice real estate. Your license expired at midnight. Just like that, your income is frozen, you can't negotiate, you can't show properties, and there is absolutely no way you're collecting a commission. Yikes, right?
So, let's prevent that absolute nightmare. I've mapped out a foolproof survival guide for us today. We'll quickly run through why renewing matters right now, the specific continuing education requirements, a simple step-by-step renewal process, the hard deadlines and special cases you need to know, and finally, some incredible pro tips and common mistakes to avoid.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Why Renewing Matters Now. Here's the deal. The Alabama Real Estate Commission, or AREC, runs on a super strict 2-year cycle for everyone. This current biennial cycle wraps up on September 30th, 2026. And here is a massive gotcha that trips up so many people. Even if your license is currently inactive, you still have to renew it to keep it from lapsing entirely. Renewing on time is hands down the single most critical administrative thing you can do to protect your professional standing and your livelihood. Moving right along to Section 2, Continuing Education Requirements. 15. That is the magic number you've got to burn into your brain. You need 15 total hours of AREC-approved continuing education every 2 years to keep that license active. You can't just throw money at a fee and call it a day. You actually have to put in the learning hours first. Now, how those 15 hours break down actually depends entirely on your exact license type. Everyone, whether you're a salesperson or a broker, has to take a specific 3-hour course called Risk Management Initial Contact to Accepted Offer. But brokers, both associate and qualifying, have an extra hurdle. They have a mandatory 3-hour broker CE course that salespersons just don't have to worry about. So salespersons fill the rest of their requirement with 12 elective hours, while brokers take 9 elective hours. Make sense? But wait a second, before you rush out and sign up for classes, let's check if you're actually exempt. If you fall into one of 3 specific camps, you're fully covered. If this is your very first renewal and you've already knocked out your 30-hour post-license course, you're good. If you completed the 60-hour broker pre-license course during this current cycle, you're also set. And finally, if you're an active reciprocal licensee from another state, you're exempt from the Alabama-specific CE, as long as you submit a certification of active licensure from your home state. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Section 3, Step-by-Step Renewal Process. It's a pretty straightforward 3-step dance. Step 1, get those 15 hours done. Easy enough. But Step 2 is where people totally drop the ball. You have to log into the AREC Online Services portal, hop into the CMAP system, and actually verify with your own eyes that your course provider reported your credits correctly. Seriously, don't skip that. Only after you've confirmed your credits are safely on file should you move to Step 3, which is submitting your online renewal application and paying the fee. Speaking of fees, let's talk numbers. When you hit Step 3, a salesperson will pay $185, and a broker will pay $205. Both of those amounts actually include a mandatory $15 education and research fee. Oh, and here's a brilliant pro tip for you. When you check your credit card statement a few days later, the charge is going to mysteriously say State of Alabama, not Alabama Real Estate Commission. So whatever you do, don't accidentally dispute that charge. It is your legitimate renewal fee. Next up, Section 4, Deadlines and Special Cases.
Your timeline is the ticking clock of your career. Online renewal conveniently opens up on June 15th. Now, officially, your license expires at midnight on September 30th, but listen closely. The true deadline, the one you need to circle in thick red marker on your calendar, is August 31st. That's the real deadline to file without facing financial pain.
Because if the calendar flips to September 1st and you haven't renewed, boom, you are instantly hit with a painful $150 late penalty that is a completely avoidable, incredibly annoying fee that gets slapped right on top of your standard $185 or $205 renewal cost. So what happens if things go totally sideways and you miss September 30th entirely? Well, on October 1st, your unrenewed license automatically goes inactive. You absolutely cannot practice real estate, period. But take a breath, because Alabama does give you a 12-month grace period. During that next year, you can rescue your license by paying the standard fee, coughing up that $150 penalty, and finishing your CE, all without having to take the exam again. But let this really sink in. If you wait more than a year past that expiration date, your license is dead, gone, lapsed completely. To get back into the game, you literally have to start over from scratch, just like someone who's never sold a single house. We're talking retaking the entire 60-hour pre-license course, submitting a brand new application, and passing that notoriously brutal state exam all over again. No thank you. Let's wrap things up with Section 5, Pro Tips and Common Mistakes. We really need to bust the biggest myth in Alabama real estate right now. Do not let that official September 30th expiration date trick you into absorbing a $150 fine. August 31st is your target. Treat September purely as an emergency buffer zone. Definitely not your primary plan. Let's hit a few rapid-fire pro tips to keep you on track. First, yes, the commission mails out reminder postcards in mid-July, but do not just sit around waiting for the mail. This is your business, so be proactive. Second, give your course provider about 24 to 48 hours to upload your credits, but then go verify them yourself on the portal. Third, and this is huge, out-of-state online courses do not count for your Alabama CE. If you take a CE class out of state, it only transfers if you were sitting in a physical classroom. And lastly, while your local realtor association might make you take an ethics course, the Alabama Real Estate Commission itself does not require a separate ethics course for your license renewal. Before we go, I do need to quickly share this required note with you. This explainer provides general information current as of the creation date, and it's important to verify all details with the Alabama Real Estate Commission or a professional advisor, as regulations may change over time. Definitely double-check directly with AREC if you've got a weird or highly specific situation. All right, I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. You now possess the exact map to keep your livelihood secure, your knowledge incredibly sharp, and your career legally protected. So, what is stopping you from logging into the AREC portal right this second to check your CE credits? Are you going to take action today or risk that totally avoidable $150 penalty next month? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and here's to a highly successful, completely licensed year ahead.